Good afternoon, guys. I'm here at a slightly different angle to usual because I am trapped. I am trapped by this little guy down here who has decided to perch himself on my lap for the last hour and was asleep and is now awake and cleaning himself. So say hello, Hermes. You're famous now. To all 6 people who will watch this video. But nonetheless, what I was going to talk today about was having a sleep routine. And this is something cats usually don't need to worry about. This guy's trying to attack me now, but anyways, it's, do you have a rhythm for getting to sleep? Do you have a schedule? Do you have a sequence of tasks that you take? Because we often hear things about we shouldn't do this in bed and we shouldn't do that, but what's really the most important about getting to bed is trying to do it at a fairly consistent time and a fairly regular kind of an interval. Stop. So to give an example of what I do, and to give you an oversight as to why I do it, is I have an alarm that goes off on my phone every night at 9:45. So at 9:45, I am going to stop watching any kind of television. If I'm watching an episode, I may finish it, but I will not go beyond it. That's kind of my watermark in that evening. Then I'm going to generally get ready for bed, might go downstairs, put the cat out, brush my teeth, and so on and so forth, and I might read a bit. Now, am I going to say I religiously am asleep by 10:15 every night? No, I'm not. I'm often finding other little things that I end up having to do, but that's life. There's not really a night where I'm not in bed before 11, though. And that relative consistency is a big anchor to me. Because what would happen is, if I had no alarm, I would end up watching that thing until 10:15 or 10:30, and then I would do the same amount of dawdling for an hour, and then something else would happen, and next thing you know, I wouldn't be getting to bed till midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm trying to get up at 5 o'clock. So that's not going to work. Trying to get to bed at a relatively same time every night is going to be a big addition to you. I do prefer to stop using screens at that time as well. It's 9:45, it's late enough. We always say you should have an hour of non-screen time before bed. And one of the reasons for that is the LEDs do trick your brain into thinking it's daylight out there, revs up your hormones, and puts you in a state that's really more suited to being up and doing things than going to sleep. So being able to get a break from those screens and those little stimulus is going to help you get to sleep. Okay, so I do have a fairly set time. The alarm goes off, I start getting ready for bed, I brush my teeth, I do my things, and I get into bed. And I might read, depends if I have a book at that time. What's also important is how I get up in the morning. I set an alarm, and now I'm a paranoid sort. I have to set 2 alarms. And what I mean by that is I have an alarm on my phone and I have an alarm on an alarm clock. They are set for the same time. I am not a big fan of the old snooze thing. Okay? I think you should set the alarm and get up. Different people have different ideas about this, but I think when you're snoozing, you would be far better off to set that alarm later and just get up and have a far better quality sleep instead of this broken snoozy sleep for 30 minutes. Now, that's my opinion. That's what I have found works for me, to just get up and get out of the bed. Different people have different ideas. In general, a lot of research has shown people who get up generally are more productive. However, it's like these researchers are very hard to track. So how do you realistically actually have this set? The other thing I do often before I go to bed in that window is, if I have anything to do, if I have anything on my mind, I make a note. I write it down. I put it in the calendar on my phone, or I put it on a list on my phone. But I write it down. Don't go to bed with tasks in your head. Oh, that rhymed. Isn't that right, Kat? So do try to get that stuff out, because often you'll find those things that are just rattling around in your head, those are the things that are going to stop you getting to sleep. They keep you awake. You keep thinking about them. By writing them down and scheduling time tomorrow to get at them, it'll give your brain a break. Your brain can just go, we don't need to worry about this right now. We're going to worry about this tomorrow. It takes a while and it takes discipline. There's no point in taking these little habits, putting them into your lifestyle, and expecting everything to be changed in a week. You need to commit and think about it and say, do I think this could help me? If you think your sleep could be better, if you think your routine for going to sleep could be better, and if you think getting up without having to go through 6 snoozes could be better for you or your partner, because it's not always nice to be lying in a bed when there's 6 alarms going off beside you because you don't have to get up. But if you think any of those things could be a benefit, maybe you should think about making a routine for yourself, making a schedule and following through with it, and make a commitment and say, I'm going to do this for the rest of October. And very hard to measure these things, but maybe you just need to have a little diary and say, out of 10, how you're feeling every morning and how you're feeling every night when you go to bed. There's a lot of other things you can do with gratitude and the like. I'm not very good at that, so I probably shouldn't tell people to do it. And this cat is not particularly gratuitous, by the way. He is biting my hand, so he gets down on the ground now. So that's one thing I would say to try. If you want to do something with your sleep, set a time that's going to be your kind of turn-off time. For me, it's 9:45. I turn off the Netflix, I turn off the any other kind of computers or anything like that, and I would turn off my phone. I wouldn't be browsing Facebook after that time generally. Then maybe have a few things you need to do. You need to brush your teeth, you need to put your clothes out for the morning, you need to have a couple of things ready, and write down things you need to do that might be on your mind, and see if that helps you get to sleep a bit easier. I also like to have white noise, like rain or something like that, but Ireland is nice, it gives us that for free often. And when you get up in the morning, just get up. Just set the alarm and get up. I try not to think about it. The alarm goes off and I just put my feet on the ground, and I'll often, I'm pretty sure if there was a video of me I'd be like this, but sitting upright is the first step for me. And try that for a month. Don't try it for a week, don't try it for 2 days, try it for a month and see if it makes you feel any better. He was asleep for an hour and now he's on top of me, but there you go. So look, I will bid you adieu. Hermes also, yeah, that's it, go bite it, yeah. So I will bid you adieu for another afternoon, and this kitten will supervise me further in my work, and hopefully we'll catch you up next week. Take care, guys.